What is the great enlightening being's dedication to saving all sentient beings? Here the enlightening beings practice transcendent giving, purify transcendent discipline, cultivate transcendent forbearance, arouse transcendent energy, enter transcendent meditation, abide in transcendent wisdom, great compassion, great kindness, great joy, and great equanimity. Cultivating boundless roots of goodness such as these, they form this thought: may these roots of goodness universally benefit all sentient beings, causing them to be purified, to reach the ultimate and forever leave the innumerable pains and afflictions of the realms of hells, ghosts, and animals, and so on. When the great enlightening beings plant these roots of goodness, they dedicate their own roots of goodness thus: I should be a hostel for all sentient beings, to let them escape from all painful things. I should be a protector for all sentient beings, to let them all be liberated from all afflictions. I should be a refuge for all sentient beings, to free them from all fears. I should be a goal for all sentient beings, to cause them to reach universal knowledge. I should be a resting place for all sentient beings, to enable them to find a place of peace and security. I should be a light for all sentient beings, to enable them to attain the light of knowledge, to annihilate the darkness of ignorance. I should be a torch for all sentient beings, to destroy all darkness of nescience. I should be a lamp for all sentient beings, to cause them to abide in the realm of ultimate purity. I should be a guide for all sentient beings, to lead them into the truth. I should be a great leader for all sentient beings, to give them great knowledge. Enlightening beings dedicate all foundations of goodness in this way, to equally benefit all sentient beings and ultimately cause them all to attain universal knowledge. The enlightening beings' protection of and dedication to those who are not their relatives or friends are equal to those for their relatives and friends. Why? Because enlightening beings enter the equal nature of all things, they do not conceive a single thought of not being relatives or friends. Even if there be sentient beings who have malicious or hostile intentions toward the enlightening beings, still the enlightening beings also regard them with the eye of compassion and are never angered. They are good friends to all sentient beings, explaining the right teaching for them, so that they may learn and practice it. Just as the ocean cannot be changed or destroyed by all poisons, so too are enlightening beings. The various oppressive afflictions of all the ignorant, the unwise, the ungrateful, the wrathful, those poisoned by covetousness, the arrogant and conceited, the mentally blind and deaf, those who do not know what is good, and other such evil sentient beings, cannot disturb the enlightening beings. Just as the sun appearing in the world is not concealed because those who are born blind do not see it, and is not hidden by the obstruction of such things as mirages, eclipses, trees, high mountains, deep ravines, dust, mist, smoke, or clouds, and is not concealed by the change of seasons, so also are the enlightening beings. They have great virtues. Their minds are deep and broad. They observe with true mindfulness, without boredom. Because they want ultimate virtue and knowledge, their minds aspire to the supreme truth. The light of truth illumines everywhere, and they perceive the meanings of everything. Their knowledge freely commands all avenues of teaching, and in order to benefit all sentient beings, they always practice virtuous ways, never mistakenly conceiving the idea of abandoning sentient beings. They do not reject sentient beings and fail to cultivate dedication because of the meanness of character of sentient beings. or because their erroneous views, ill will, and confusion are hard to quell. The enlightening beings just array themselves with the armor of great vows of enlightening beings, saving sentient beings without ever retreating. They do not withdraw from enlightening beings and abandon the path of enlightenment just because sentient beings are ungrateful. They do not get sick of sentient beings just because ignoramuses altogether give up all the foundations of goodness which accord with reality, or because they repeatedly commit excesses and evils which are hard to bear. Why? Just as the sun does not appear in the world for just one thing, so too the enlightening beings do not cultivate roots of goodness and dedicate them to complete perfect enlightenment just for the sake of one sentient being. It is in order to save and safeguard all sentient beings everywhere that they cultivate roots of goodness and dedicate them to the unexcelled, complete, perfect enlightenment. In the same way, it is not to purify just one Buddha land, not because of belief in just one Buddha, not just to see one Buddha, not just to comprehend one doctrine, that they initiate the determination for great knowledge and dedicate it to the unexcelled, complete, perfect enlightenment. It is to purify all Buddha lands, out of faith in all Buddhas, to serve all Buddhas, to understand all Buddha teachings, that they initiate great vows, cultivate the foundations of goodness, and dedicate them to unexcelled, complete, perfect enlightenment.